Probably this high-risk guillotine. In competition, my highest submission rate, if you look statistically at the submission I hit most, it's rear nakeds. But now in the gym, I've been teaching a lot of new back escape stuff, and it's like impossible to finish anybody in the gym, so I just like hate the back now. But the high risk, there hasn't been a single person this is the only submission, it's 100% submission rate if I get it locked in. So probably the high risk has been like my tried and true. Like if you can get this position over the arm, like you're gonna finish pretty much everybody if you do it right. Yeah, so with most guillotines, what you're looking to do is you're looking to roll through and to post on your partner's hips so they can't form a connection on the other side, and you can center your head. So with most guillotines, like if he just goes for an arming guillotine, for example, and I want to go into a conservative escape. So if he goes in, he goes for an arming guillotine from here, and he goes to lock in. What I want to do is as he goes to finish, I just roll all the way through and I hold those legs. So when we roll through it to the other side, I come up and I center my head, and he can't connect his legs to me. The problem is that when you try to do this with a high wrist, it actually allows him to set the hand better because you're rolling towards the shoulder. So I'm trying to dip my shoulder in. If he falls in this direction and goes into a roll, he falls with the direction I'm going with my shoulder, and it just makes everything tighter. So if I try to punch my hand through here, and it's not all the way through yet, and he goes into a defensive sit, it actually allows me to set my hand, come up. It actually allows me to set my hand much easier when he goes through the roll through. So his roll through actually aids me. So in almost every guillotine, if you're going to a conservative defensive roll, you roll to the side the head's trapped. It's the opposite when you're going for high risk. When your partner puts you in a high risk from here, and he goes to start setting it up, I can't go and reach over the shoulder. I can't do any of those things. If I roll here, it's just going to make it tighter. So what I do is I grab the elbow and I open my chin up towards the armpit. So when he goes to sit back and finish, I sit here, like so. So now when he goes to finish me, he can't do it. And now what you're going to have to do is you have to fight him from coming up into north-south and either move away and start wrestling up with an elbow pass, or at the very least bring your knees back to the inside and then put them back in guard. So instead of rolling this way, what I do is I grab the elbow and I turn and I sit out the other way. So when he goes to go in, and as he goes to finish me, we just sit here. And now as he goes to recover position, we're back up, we're wrestling, or we're playing guard. So it's the reason why it's so effective. Number one, it's just mechanically it's so tight. Number two, the defense that everyone thinks should work, which works for every other guillotine, doesn't work for this. It's the opposite way you have to go. So when someone puts you in a high wrist, if you try to go into the normal roll, it's just going to make it tighter. So the whole thing is you have to sit out the other way and pull the elbow open to turn the chin up to the ceiling. And that's what gets you out, not the basic roll through that most people do with normal guillotines.
Who's coming tomorrow?
Nice.
Okay. Let's do one or two more and then ask the rest tomorrow.
Yeah.
Are there any gym rules that you implement or follow to make sure that people aren't accidentally getting hurt with leg locks, maybe because they're inexperienced or they make a move the wrong way or they do something? Is there anything that you like implement to keep some of your guys?
With leg locks, yeah, we usually what we usually do is we usually take it to breaking point. We usually extend it, but not hyperextend it. Like if I have an outside heel hook. Do you have any ankle injuries or anything?
Nope, not yet.
If I have an outside heel hook on him, when I put everything in, I know that right here, he's on breaking point. If I go any further than this, he's going to have to tap. Okay? So what I'll do is I'll say we can take it to breaking point, but then we don't actually break the guy. So what I'll do, if I'm training with a high-level guy like Giancarlo or Luke or those guys, what I'll do is I'll put it in, he'll be defending, I'll take it to breaking point. And then right from here, I just give a small extension, and I take him to breaking point, and I don't take him past breaking point, I give him a chance to tap, right? Then I let him work his way out, and, He knows I could have finished him. I know I could have finished him. We kind of just do it like that. Same thing when we do the EBI armbar round. We take it to breaking point, but we don't take it, we don't hyperextend it. So if we're doing the armbar round, number one, it's just going into the movement slowly. So if I extend his arm, I get into the movement slowly, and I put him right on breaking point right about here. And now from here, I just let him work his way out. I take the pressure off a little bit, and then he works through so that I get my work. He knows I could have finished him, and then he works out from there. And this keeps the injury rate nice and low. What makes you good at submissions, the movement of any submission, or the enemy of any submission is movement. If you can create movement towards an escape, then you're a lot more likely to get out, which is why in my EBI match with Craig, I didn't tap because I was generating movement towards an escape the whole time. If you can hold someone in a static position for 3 to 5 seconds, you're almost guaranteed you're going to break them. So really, if I can hold him in an outside ashigarami or a heel hook and I have the locked up for 3 to 5 seconds, like, we should both know you could have got broke, okay, and now it's time to work out. So I'll submit guys, but I'll take them right to breaking point. And also, I've been doing it so long, like I know exactly when the limbs are going to break, which not everybody does. But if you can just take it, it's not just holding it for 3 to 5 seconds. Holding it on breaking point for 3 to 5 seconds is usually what we do. And the only way to really get good at this is to practice the mechanics in drilling so that you know how far you can take a leg. Like, I know exactly how far someone's leg can go before it's going to break. So when I lock up a submission, I know I can take it exactly to here, and this is breaking point. And the only way to get good at that is to just practice them and drill them over and over again. So that's kind of what we do for leg locks and just submissions in general. Yeah.
Can you just show some of your favorite, I guess, wrestle ups from side control or CDR?
Yeah, but most of them come off a basic shoulder and hip game. So if you're down, most of them come off a basic dilemma between shoulders and hips. So if he's on his knees, whenever I see his shoulders are coming forward beyond his hips, it's the perfect time for me to go in and start butterfly guard sweeps. Now, a lot of time I go into butterfly guard sweeps and I get him halfway over, but he lands on his knees. So he ends up like this. But now his head's so low, and now I can come up, and now I get snapped to front head. So any kind of failed sumigashi where your head is higher than his allows you to snap. What starts happening from here is as they're going to start pulling the head down, he starts aggressively backing away and clearing the collar tie, and starts doing stuff like this. So as they're going to start reaching for the head, he starts posturing up, and everything starts moving away. The second I see that I start going to pull the head down, and he goes to start pushing, what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll push the shoulders back. So that from here, as he pushes back into me, then I can snap the head. Okay? Or if I feel that he moves so far back that the shoulders come beyond the hips, now we come in and we can flare across the double. So we play a basic dilemma between shoulders and hips. And there's tons of different things we can do, but just the understanding of the position is if the shoulders are behind the hips, it's the perfect time to take him backwards. If the shoulders are in front of the hips, it's the perfect time to pull him forward, whether it be into snaps or whether it be into butterfly sweeps, ashigramis, things like that. Same thing with standing. If from here, I see that he's standing in front of me, if I can pull his weight onto his toes, now we can go in and we can pull him into all of my attacks. If I see that from here, I'm going to pull him and he goes to pull back and away, now we can go in, we can come up, and we can start going into all of our attacks in standing position. So if I see that the weight's leaning back onto the heels or forward onto the toes, or if their shoulders are in front of the hips or behind the hips, we pull our partner backwards, or pull our partner in towards us, or push them backwards and start going into the attacks coming up. Make sense?
Hey guys, most people study Jiu-Jitsu through instructionals that look clean, but they don't show what actually works under pressure. Here we learn from matches, where technique is proven when everything's on the line. That's how you cut through the noise and see what truly works when it matters. On my Patreon, you'll find free breakdowns from the newest matches I can't post on YouTube, full studies, and complete guides, all built to help you improve faster and train smarter. You can start free right now. The link's in the description and pinned comment. And if you're new, subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss the next study.